Hello! It's Vlogmas day 2, and today we are going to make it a super Sunday. That's super S-O-U-P Sunday, and a wine down. So I'm gonna make some soup and drink some wine and talk to you guys. That's what I'm gonna do every Sunday in Vlogmas. So I don't know how many Sundays that is actually. Before I get started, can we talk about the shirt? Can we talk about my shirt? If you get the shirt, comment down below. Not many people will get this shirt, but I saw this at the Nintendo store and I was like, I need this shirt in my life. It says, hey, listen, and I need this shirt. Hey, listen! So today, by popular demand, I posted something on my community feed on Valentine's Day? Oh my gosh, no. On Thanksgiving, and I was making my signature butternut squash soup. And unlike a lot of the recipes I make on the channel, this is actually my own recipe because my mom was like asking me to make. She's like, oh my gosh, can you make butternut squash soup? I was like, yeah. So all you need is one butternut squash. I don't know what that was like. What was I saying? And for those of you who needed to see him, here he is. It's the Mr. Clover. We've been playing in here the last like 30 minutes or something, and now he's looking for a place to lie down, which is good, so then I can make the soup. But here he is. It's Clover. Hello. Say hello to the people for Vlogmas. So you're gonna need one butternut squash. You can use half onion or a whole onion, but this onion is so small, I'm just gonna use this whole onion. I'm gonna just chop it up. And as much chopped garlic as you want. I like to use like 3 cloves because we like garlic in this family. And you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 425, nice and hot. And we're gonna be drinking wine cube Cabernet. So this is wine in a box, a little box. Like a wine in a juice box, which is kind of suspect, but I don't know, it tastes good. You can get it at Target. So I thought that was kind of fun. Target wine, why not? Okay, now I think this goes without saying, but there's knife stuff happening, so be very careful. If you've never tried, okay. Butternut squashes come a couple of ways. You can get them frozen, like already cubed and stuff. I'm going to take my ring off for cooking. And you can get them like already peeled and sort of cut, peeled. You can get peeled and cut, and you can get them like already cut in half and have the skin peeled. Be very careful when you are cutting a whole butternut squash. You can very easily hurt yourself. It is quite difficult to cut through the whole thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually peel this guy. So the first thing I like to do is cut off the bottom so that it's nice, that it sits nice and straight when I peel it. Again, just be careful, okay? There we go. Now it's going to sit up sort of semi-straight when I do stuff to it. That's my oven. Woo! Oh, I gotta cut off the top too. I keep forgetting. I do this all the time, and I always forget to cut the top portion. Okay, all done there. So let's get rid of some of this this business right here. Okay, so here's the part where it's gonna be a little bit difficult. You're gonna need to have this. You can roast it whole, you just need to poke holes in it, but I find that that's difficult. So I like to go ahead and have it, because that means I can remove the seeds before I roast it. So just carefully get your knife through there. It's like a pumpkin if you've ever cut open a pumpkin. Okay, boom, and look, you've got all this seed business inside. Now if you want to, if you're very savvy, you can go ahead and roast these seeds. They actually are very flavorful and taste very similar to like any other squash seed, like pumpkin seeds. But for the sake of time and effort right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of these. But I have roasted these before with the soup and topped the soup with them, and they're very delicious. I think that these butternut squash, all these winter squashes and things like that are in the same family of plants as like melons and cucumbers and stuff like that. So every time I'm doing this, I'm surprised how much it smells kind of melony inside of the the fruit, but it is not a melon, it is a squash. But this part can be a little bit frustrating because I know that some of the flesh, the inside loves to just stick to the inside pocket here because that's what it's designed to do, and it's really difficult to scrape it out. So just be patient, keep on trucking, and if you don't get it all, it's not the end of the world. I think it's just about time now for me to dump this. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that other stuff in there. It's not a big deal if there's a little bit of the pulp inside of there. So you're going to also need a roasting pan. I like to line my pan with parchment paper because it makes cleanup easier. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on my baking sheet, and then I'm gonna grab my olive oil and I'm gonna put a little bit of this, sprinkle a little bit of that on there. Rub the bottom of the pan a little bit. Make sure I get all of the sides, rub it all over. Don't want to put too much on there, but make sure it's all nice and lubricated. Ooh. Okay. Beautiful. All right. All right. On to the squash itself. I like to just sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper for flavor. Also, let's do both sides. Both sides for good flavor. Okay. I like to do open side up like this. And you're going to want to roast this in the oven for like 45 minutes to an hour, hour and 15. Basically until it's done. When it's done, it'll be fork tender. So maybe after an hour, 45 minutes, go in there, check with a fork, see if it's nice and tender. If it's not, let it stay in there. It's totally not going to do anything bad to it. It just has to be soft. While we're waiting for that to cook, that'll be a good 45 minutes. Gonna have some wine, gonna chop some onion, and we will chat. So I like to rough chop the onion because at the end of the day, you're gonna be blending this with your immersion blender or putting it in a blender. So it doesn't really matter what they look like. Chop this little guy up. He's super small. He's been in my drawer for like few weeks now waiting to be eaten, so this is his. Yeah, your time has come. Your time has come. So how are you guys? It is the second day of Vlogmas, and it's December 1st right now, so I just posted my first video today, and this video will go up tomorrow, because, let's just take the whole first layer off, because staying one day ahead is the pretty much standard, I guess, Vlogmas. It's the only way you can maintain your sanity, pretty much. You're filming, you're editing, it can get kind of crazy and out of control. So last year I was doing a lot of like filming and editing and posting on the same day, which was really not a great idea, because that's not really sustainable. I think that like in order to stay sane, you have to stay ahead. So that's why it's super late right now. It's like about 8 o'clock, I think. Yeah, it's at 8:10, and I'm just getting started to film today. I didn't do much of anything else today except for, well, no, that's not true. I did edit 2 videos and post them today on the same day, which I don't usually do because that, in practice, that like is not the best idea for a YouTube stuff, but it worked. I am tearing up. Cutting onions makes me tear up, and I don't always put the goggles on, so woo! Is this enough onions for me? No, it's not. I think I'm gonna grab another guy and use some more onions. So use as much as you like. I like a little more onions, so I'm gonna grab one more. This one's a little bigger. I think I may put my goggles on. Wow. Let's take some wine. Got my onion goggles here. These are from chem class back in the day. And I held on to these for cutting onions. They make my life so much easier. Hello. So anyway, I'm excited for the rest of Vlogmas. I hope it goes well this year. And I'm excited to see other people's Vlogmases. It seems like more people are doing that this year than in my sub feed. I feel like it was just like big YouTubers last year, like isolated people, but I feel like a lot more people are doing it this year. And I think that's really fun. I like to see, you know, my sub feed filled up with like vloggers I'm subscribed to every day. So I'm really looking forward to watching all the videos in my sub feed, although maybe I won't have time to watch them because I'm too busy filming and editing. But you know, that's the old conundrum, isn't it? Wow, this is making me not cry, but it's making my nose feel kind of funny. So don't feel the need that you have to like eat like perfect dice. I do this like it's a habit, and that's not even like a good dicing technique. It's just like my personal dicing technique. So let me just go ahead and put these in a bowl because these are going to be for later. So because I've been doing so much traveling over the past couple of months, I have decided to stay home for Christmas and not travel anywhere, which is fantastic. I am tired of being on planes. I'm tired of being in my car. I'm tired of it all. So until next year, I would like to stay put for a month, you know, and it's gonna be great. Me and Clover are gonna be hanging out every day. It's gonna be fantastic. Well, I have to work too, but we're doing this thing. We're doing it in Boston. All right, so I'm putting these onions in this little container. Probably the most inefficient way. Man, they're making me cry. I'm not even cutting them. They're just making me cry. Wow. I don't have a waterproof eyeliner on at all. Okay, so I'm gonna cut up some garlic now. All right, smashed garlic time. There we go. That method always works for me. All right, so this garlic, I'm not gonna really seriously chop up that much. I'm just gonna let them chill kind of right there. Just gonna let them chill out a little bit. It's been about an hour and as you can see, we are good to go. So I'm just gonna let that hang out there for a little bit. And I've got my handy dandy soup pot here, and I'm going to turn this on like pretty like medium high heat. And I'm gonna get my onions and garlic that I put in the fridge earlier that I cut up. Start out nicely. If you like, you can put a little celery in here too. I find that gives it a weird taste, but that's like a normal soup base. Saute these just a little bit. I don't go like too much on this. Turn a little light on here. There we go. Just to get them a little translucent. And what I did while this was sitting out here is I actually cut the butternut squash up right on the baking sheet because I don't know, I could. And I'm gonna put these right in here with the onions and the garlic. This is why we like parchment paper, kids. So we can do this. Boom. So I've got that going in there. This one has a little like skin issue, so I might just cut this up a little bit more. I'm gonna take that out and take some of the skin off. If there's any of the pieces in there where you didn't like take the skin all the way off, or you didn't peel them as well, you can just go ahead and remove that skin. It's gonna come off when you're cooking anyway, because there's another like piece of that skin there that I'm just gonna remove from this whole situation. So I'm gonna add a little more salt and pepper. Just with any cooking, add as much or as little as you can like, as you tolerate. Always start with a little because you can always add, but you can't take any of this stuff away once you've added it. So start with a little and then work your way up from there. And then I'm gonna add some chicken stock. If you're a vegetarian, you can use vegetable stock. Whoops, be careful when you're pouring. So I made a little bit of a mess there. Let's see. Add about 2 cups there. You can add more or less depending on how thick you'd like the soup at the end of the day. I'm gonna add by the teaspoons. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of cumin. Not a lot, maybe a half a teaspoon of thyme. If you like thyme, add some more, but I don't think it's that great, so we're gonna stick to a half a teaspoon. And we're gonna add a teaspoon of curry powder. Just stir that up a little bit. Get everything mixed together and incorporated. And you can see the butternut squash starting to sort of already just break down and really make the soup nice and thick. And before I let this simmer a little bit, I do like to try the broth to see if it's a flavor that I like. Just a little bit. I like to try a little bit. To me, that tastes pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put a lid on this and let this simmer for at least like 15 minutes. You can go up to like 30 minutes, doesn't matter, but I like to do like between 15 and 30 minutes. And then you're gonna wanna take your immersion blender and go ahead and blend everything. So we're gonna wait 30 minutes and we're gonna go ahead and blend up and serve up our soup. Here is the finished soup. I like to serve mine, or have mine, with a little bit of yogurt dolloped on top like that, and some fresh cracked pepper. And I'm gonna use the special spoon I bought for the ramen a couple of vlogs ago. All right, let's try it, see how it is this time. Get a little bit of yogurt in there too. Rich, creamy, a little bit of that curry flavor. The yogurt finishes it off, man. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this super Sunday for Vlogmas. I'm gonna enjoy eating that. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and there's another one you can watch right there. If you want to watch another video, if you want to subscribe, go ahead and press that button right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this super Sunday. I said that already. And I will see you in the next Vlogmas video. Bye! Thanks for watching.